So today we're going to be looking at this generator. I picked this generator up from a fella local here off Marketplace. Now he said that it ran for a while and they used it for hunting and that and cabin power here in northern Michigan, and he said that it ran for years and they got a bigger one, so they sold it to me. Said it may need some carburetor work. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's all there and that. I'll go ahead and check the oil and see if we can't bring this old girl back to life again. Go ahead and check the oil real quick. Yeah, it's got oil in her. Okay. It's a little dark. Check the fuse here. Fuse is not blown. Okay. Alrighty. Wow. This is a 3600. It's that Chinese. This same thing is the one that I have in my personal one. Let's see if she is free. Yeah, feels pretty free. Okay. Let's take you around to the other side and let's look at this fuel situation. So we're going to go ahead and get a little urine sample, if you will. It's cold this morning. It's like 22 degrees outside. Fahrenheit, of course. Now, go ahead and put that down in there and see if we can't get like a little sample out of it into our jar here. Just a tiny sample. Boy, I like this thing right here, man. It takes just a couple of seconds to get a little sample. I like that little thing. Okay. Now, as you can see, that's not looking so great. Oh, I'm gonna let it sit and see if we see any kind of water or anything like that down in there. It's definitely old gas. We're definitely going to be draining the whole thing. Now, let me take you off the stand here and let's look down inside that tank to see if we have any. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. It's not really rusty or anything like that. That's a good sign. Okay. She's definitely an older model. I have to see what year this is. But they pretty much are all made the same. Chinese ones like this, they always have that funky setup right here. And a lot of times it's just carburetor issue. A lot of times what happens is that it the fuel gets inside the oil in these things, because they sit. I mean, these things sit for months and months at a time without being used. Good thing about this one is that they used it for up here, and you know, they used it to even, I think he said him and his buddy even used it to build at one time. So you know, it's being used quite a bit in its life, so that's a good thing, actually. All right, let's get into that carburetor. Sorry about the noise in the background. I got both heaters cranking this morning. Both heaters are going. My electric one and my natural gas one. Any critters in there? Let's put this cap and everything back on there. So nothing falls down in there. Like I said, we're going to be draining that gas anyways. Alright. Well, this is not all nasty and that. Can you see? Okay. Yeah, sorry about the angle. We don't have too much room in the shop in the winter months, because everything that is summer related comes inside. Go ahead and turn that like that a little bit. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. I believe that's 10 millimeter. Don't be losing your nuts, Lewis. All right. Get this out of there real quick. Take the breather tube off. Oh, you know what? There's a little bracket back here with an 8 millimeter. I forgot about that one. There she goes. There we are. We're just going to go ahead and use this as our tray and drop our hardware in there. Put that to the side. There's the gasket there. Okay, so it seems to be that this is closed. No, that's open. That's closed, I think. Sometimes you can never tell about these things. Okay, so we are going to drain that fuel from this, probably, maybe. Let me see if I got a big enough container to do it with that extractor. All right. Oh. That ain't no good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest with the line there. Okay. Also, that'll let us know if that petcock is free or not. Let's open it up. All right. Yeah, we know that petcock is free. So far, so good. All right, we're gonna let that drain and I'll bring you back. Well, so far, so good. There's no water in there. That little bit of dirt was already in there, but yeah, there's no water settling on there, so that's good. Okay, slid that out of the way a little bit. So now, be careful when you're doing this. Be patient. So when you're, let me see if you can see that. Okay, you see that rod back there? What I like to do, I like to kind of get it straight as you can. Kind of wiggle it a little bit. And then bring your hand behind there and kind of just pop that rod right out of there. And your spring, well, the spring came out of there, but your spring goes in that little hole. Let me show you real quick. So your spring goes in that hole right there, and your rod goes in that hole. All right, let's get it on the bench. Okay, let's see what's going on with this thing here. Take a 10 mil, break that loose. Oh, that stinks. Oh, good God. Good Lord, that stinks. All right. Ugh. Let's see what type of... Oh, goodness gracious, would you look at that. You heard of Margaritaville? That's Macaroniville right there. Oh, goodness. Woo-wee. So, our gas is done draining. Tank still looks nice and clear and clean. Okay. Our carburetor nice and clean also. So go ahead and put it in there. Put it in there. Alright. Now remember that. Let's see if I can't get you in there a little bit more again. Remember that that line there. I mean that cable. Where'd it go? Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and go right beside that little hole. Hold on. Let me get a little light in there. Okay, now you can see a little bit in the back. Like I said, we have limited space in the shop in the winter. I'm planning on putting another outbuilding maybe next year somewhere. I could put the overflow of items that I'm accumulating. My wife says time, I think. Okay. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay. Then don't forget your little spring in that little hole there. Again, I apologize if my hands are in the way. Yeah. Put that on there. Come on, now put it on there. There we go. Okay. All right, now slide that back slowly. Make sure it's not binding, anything like that. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to take our tray. I'm gonna get our gasket put back on there. Okay, make sure that you're not plugging any of those little orifices on there or anything like that. Yeah. Okay. There she goes, like that. Okay. Make sure you're not plugging any of those. Oh. Oh boy. My back's starting to mess with me again. Okay. Let's get this. Let's get this cover back on there. Oh, almost forgot. Let's get our fuel line on there. Get our little keeper slid back over. Okay. Come on now. There she goes. Okay. Got a little keeper slid over. Very important. Don't miss that because you're going to be getting a potential leak there. Alright. Put our breather tube on there. I call it a breather tube. I don't know what the technical word is for it. Pain in the butt tube on this one, apparently. Come on. Oh. Boy, this thing's being a bear. Okay, there it goes. Alright, now you just gotta yell at it a little. That's all. That is all. Alright. Okay. Alright. Nice and neat. Got our lock nuts put back on there. Here's our other one. Remember our little bracket back here that we had earlier. There we go. Okay. And go ahead and tighten that down. Put some gas in it. And we're going to fire this thing up. Alright, put some fresh fuel in there. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm just going to put a little bit in there. I'm going to wait a little bit and see if we have any leaks. Still open. So far so good. So far so good. Alright. So we got enough at least to run it. Run it for a little bit, and I'm going to put some fresh, after I run it and I make sure it's okay and run it properly and that, I'm going to put some fresh oil in it too. So yeah. Let me get this door open and I'll bring you back. Okay, we'll give it a whirl, huh? Alright. That way is choke, it's on choke. That way is choke. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Let's see if it should produce any power. Alright, fire it back up again. She seems to be hunting even when you put a load on her. Let me look at this thing. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, let me show you what it was. That screw back there, that one right there, was all the way in. So I adjusted it while it was running. Oh yeah, we got ourselves a little generator now, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. All right. Well, that wasn't too bad now, was it? A little marketplace find there. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be all right. I'm gonna go ahead and do the oil off camera, and that you don't need to see that. And yeah, I'm gonna run it a little bit longer, heat that oil up, and put some oil in there. And yeah, I appreciate you coming along with me today. Please remember to subscribe and comment. It really helps out the channel, and I enjoy everyone's comments. And yeah, with that being said, remember, it's just nuts and bolts, and God bless. Cute little thing, ain't it?